I walked into the house to see this man so we can do this, and I see your daughter, and I'm wondering what she's watching, because I'm just like what the hell do kids even watch nowadays? Like, I can't. It's hard for me to picture being a parent now. Cause it's like when our parents were growing up, at least they had shit that they could watch with us. Like, my parents love SpongeBob. My mom and my pops too. The motherfuckers randomly just be like, Pinky, like, and that's funny cause they grew up with that the same way that we kind of grew up with it, which is nice. I feel like it's weird now. Kids have their own like weird kid content on YouTube, and don't get me started about that Baby Shark shit. Oh my god, if I hear that song one more time,
They don't actually watch the show. They just listen to the song.
I'm going to strangle. No, he used to. No, because there's a whole dance that goes with there's a whole dance thing that goes with it.
That's still YouTube. I ain't never walked in and caught a kid watching a full episode of Baby Shark, son. It's never happened.
I've seen. There's so many different variations. There's Halloween Baby Sharks, there's Christmas Baby Sharks, there's Hanukkah Jewish Baby Sharks, there's Wakanda Baby Sharks.
But this is on YouTube, right?
Yes.
Yeah, ain't nobody watching
there
that
are baby sharks. There are baby sharks that are shaped like Pulp Fiction characters. It's crazy, bro. It's Quentin Tarantino baby sharks.
Even that, though, I feel like that ties back into the YouTube thing. Like, I don't think that's like a sensation as far as the show goes. Like, I don't think nobody really watches that show. I think they just make all their money off the damn theme song. Bro.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a part of it. That's definitely a part of it. Well, I mean, the only reason why I asked this, right, or why I bring this up, is because I was strolling through YouTube and I saw Kevin Hart. But by the way, Kevin Hart has got that money where it's just like, nigga, just put me in anything now. Like, just put me in it. Like, Kevin Hart is like the comedy version of The Rock at this point. Like,
that
it's just like
the comedy version of ketchup. They just put that nigga on everything
and assume it works well.
Yeah.
Don't you like ketchup with your chicken? No, no, I don't actually. No, Kevin Hart. He's doing something with Anna Kendrick, which is I think the chick she's in a lot of musicals. I think she's in Frozen. I think as a voice of one of the characters.
I have no idea.
She's in a whole bunch of musicals. Anyway, they're doing some kind of trampoline basketball challenge shit, something that would be on ESPN 8, the Ocho. Shit from Dodgeball, like the same channel from the Dodgeball movie.
Yeah, I remember. I'm just letting you cook, but yes, I do remember.
Man. But yo. And it just something clicked in me. It's just like, yo, kids don't have those shows like Legend of the Hidden Temple. Like, they don't have Double Dare,
Slime
Thousand. Yeah, they don't have that. Nickelodeon Guts. And it's just like, yo, man, kids are different now. You lazy motherfuckers. Like, we would love to be on that. Like, as kids, like, don't get me wrong, like, we're from Peekskill, so we probably wouldn't have got far in the legend because they had that one trivia section, and that was it. That was before you could go into the temple, you had to beat that trivia section every time.
Yeah, now I think about it, because even outside of that show, even in like Double Dare 2000, it was pretty much like, yo, let's take American Gladiators and Family Feud and like somehow put that shit together
and put it together.
And like, yo, I used to love like when they would have to dig up the nose, get the little flag.
Dig up the nose. Yeah. Like, what was it? The ice cream bath and shit? We had to dig through it. Yo.
Whatever even happened to slime?
Yo.
Like yo, they was just dumping slime. Like, we never really found out what was in that slime either.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Every kid wanted to get slime. But I mean, like, yo, bro, think about it. Those shows required sets. Those shows required like willing participants. They had to give away mad VCRs, but they had the bread to do that.
Yeah, man.
I'm a really like, what happened to those shows? But bro, what happened to cartoons, period?
That's a fact.
These kids, yo, bro, my daughter.
Yeah.
I mean, my daughter's a little different. My daughter's into anime.
Okay.
You know, so it's like, I would never put her past her being able to find some shit that's hitting on HBO or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? But these little niggas ain't got their own cartoons. They watching our shit.
That's a fact.
The only cartoon that these kids have had in the past few years was Paw Patrol, and that shit was short-lived, and that was for, like, really little kids.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. All of our cartoons were, like, watchable for kids and adults. Like,
that's a fact.
Cartoons suck now. Yeah. And I don't know if it's because the kids are on YouTube or what's going on, but they don't make them shows. Like, my kids are watching SpongeBob. My kids are watching Fairly Odd Parents. My kids are watching fucking... You know, like, even towards the end of, like, when we were getting a little older, like, we were still able to watch Cartoon Networks because we were high as fuck and Chowder was funny. Adventure Time was funny. Like, these little niggas don't got no cartoons.
That's a fact. I mean, the sad part is that, like, even the cartoons they have now for them are kind of still based on the shows that we used to watch. Like Teen Titans Go. That is based on Teen Titans, which is a dope show. That shit's
been out for a minute too.
What? Teen Titans Go? Yeah.
Because like, you gotta think about it. Like when you like, see, that's recent in our time span. But if you think about it, like if your kid is 5 years old right now, what's come out in the last 5 years?
Nothing. Nothing substantial. Yeah,
and I wonder where that comes from. I don't know if it's from the internet or how many times Nickelodeon has changed hands.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It really is an interesting question because I'm just trying to think. There really hasn't been any cartoons like that has made and the cartoons that they're coming out with are a lot of remakes. Like they're remaking the Powerpuff Girls and shit.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's our shit.
You know what I'm saying?
It's so real when I go shopping for my kids' school clothes, you know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at the different shit that's in there. They're still making t-shirts with like Rugrats and shit on it. And I'm like, oh shit. Let me grab that, and then they're like, "Yo, the kids don't know what fucking Rugrats are."
I think it says something about just like the state of like creativity that we're in. It's almost as like motherfuckers are so poor they can't even afford to be creative.
I don't think that's the case. I bet you there's a bunch of people out there with a bunch of good ideas. It's just they're not going to give them the budget. You know what I mean? Fact. Because at the end of the day, right?
Because they want a franchise.
They want a franchise, and like I think like. Back in the day, right? You would get a little bit. We would get a little bit of the Bugs Bunny, a little bit of that stuff because
Scooby Doo, Tom and Jerry,
right? We would get that, right? But we would get that in doses. That wouldn't be the prime time. That would be early programming. That would be Saturday programming. Because if you think about it, right? Not only was it in the stash and they owned it and they could show it for us, they were also banking on the parents' buck. So when the parent walks in and sees fucking Daffy Duck, they connect with it, you know what I mean?
Because
they can buy it for us. Which that was like a small percentage back then because like, you know, we would beg them, I want the cat dog toy. I want the this toy, the SpongeBob toy, whatever the case may be. Whereas like now it's like makes up the whole fucking percentage of it. Because I guess they figured like, yo, we the ones with the ultimate control over the remote. So we're going to pick what was familiar for us. But it's like that shit makes up way more of a percentage than it did for our generation. Like we had both. It's like, okay, my dad, like you said, your parents got into SpongeBob. My grandma loved Angry Beavers. My dad loved Johnny Bravo. Like, you know what I mean? And it seems like there were so many fucking cartoons.
That's a fact.
That even the cartoons that I wasn't really jacking, in hindsight, was like, yo, these were like Codename Kids Next Door. I wasn't really jacking that.
I love that show.
I wasn't jacking that. But now it's like, yo, these kids would fucking... They would put Codename Kids Next Door on such a pedestal... that shit came out today compared to back then.
Well, like, you know why? Because we still came, and this is, check this out. This is how you know we old. We come from a generation where it would be really cool to have a treehouse. Like that was a cool thing. Like just the concept of having a treehouse is really cool as hell. And now I don't hear a lot of kids. These things don't climb trees. Like but
it's like even then though we had cow and chicken.
Yeah,
cow and chicken was fire. It's just like I don't think kids.
Secret Squirrel, man.
Yeah,
bro.
I think it's because the kids don't really watch TV like that no more. Like they're really watching YouTube and shit like that. I stopped letting my kid really go on YouTube because I'm like, yo, you need to understand what a plot is. Like you need to know what a beginning, middle, and end is. Like even when we used to be able to play like out in the yard and use our imagination, we were able to have pretty like structured shit already instilled in our mind because everything we watched had a beginning, middle, end.
Yeah,
you know there was a conflict in there. It was solved.
Yeah,
like,
trauma.
For real, like the only like innovative shows these days aren't even kid shows. They're just cartoons like Rick and Morty.
Or weird dudes on YouTube. Playing with toys.
Yeah, like that shit is fucking crazy, bro. Like,
that's a whole fact.
I don't know what it is. I mean, did Dan Schneider really like do this much damage? Like to where it's just like, yo, just think about it. Even on Cartoon Network, you had Cow and Chicken, Johnny Bravo, fucking Freakazoid, Batman Beyond, bro, Samurai Jack, Dexter's Laboratory, bro. I just named 6.
Yeah, man.
I just named 6. Pinky and the Brain, Animaniacs.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Dan. Let me see the feet if we want to meet Schneider.
That motherfucker is weird. And you know what I think they did too? You know what I think fucked them up? I think like, for example, our like kind of like you know, I guess live action shows, we're still like, you know, we had All That. Which, if you look back at it, All That was a really good variety show.
That and Kenan and Kel, which,
Kenan and Kel.
You know, I don't know if that was live, but it did have a studio audience.
Had a studio audience.
I don't know if it was live though.
Yeah, I don't think it was live. I don't even think All That was live. I think it was just studio audience. But like, they kind of started going like they wanted to go the iCarly route.
Yeah.
They wanted to go the whatever the fuck route. I don't
Yeah,
even know.
They wanted to go. What was they got weird ass shows. They have weird ass shows.
Weird ass shows.
Yeah. Same thing with Disney. Disney kind of went down that same kind of parallel. I mean, the last recent chicks that I know that were on Disney, like I don't even know that many girls on, but it would be like Zendaya, like she was on Disney.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't even know her.
Yeah, you do. The chick from Spider-Man.
Nope.
No, the light skinned black chick from Spider-Man.
I haven't watched any of the new Spider-Mans.
This man is crazy.
I stopped watching superhero movies a long time ago because they were all the same to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they all. I don't know if you ever noticed.
Yeah.
They literally shoot them all in the same place. Like it's the same warehouse.
Yeah.
It's the same hour and a half before we get to anything. It's the same loud ass heels walking. Like yo, bro. And no, I'm gonna keep it 100. Now, don't get twisted. I know they got lit, but by the time they started getting lit, it was on some, well, if you didn't see this, and this, you're not even going to understand this one. It's like, I don't have 15 hours to dedicate to seeing if some shit is lit. Like, yo, bro, it's always somebody walking. Like, and it's always just loud-ass heels. It's just mad. It's too slow for me.